Hello, I'm Jennifer Johnson with Whispering Pines Farm. My husband and I raise a beautiful flock of soft Shetland sheep, and we raise them for their wool. And I'm also an authorized Majacraft dealer. So I keep all of their wheels, fiber prep, spares, and accessories in inventory here on the farm in Western New York, because I believe it's really important that when a hand spinner gets inspired to create something and they need the tool, I think they should get that tool as soon as possible and not have to wait to get it shipped from the factory in New Zealand. So that's been my strategy. So one of the wheels I've recently added to my inventory is the Suzie. And I assembled it, and I'm now in this video going to show you how I'm going to spin just using the standard kit that comes with the Suzie wheel. So I have a whole playlist all about the Suzie, and hopefully you've been able to enjoy some of those videos that are in that playlist. And I do want to ask, if you enjoy the videos, if you could subscribe to my channel. There are benefits for the farm with the YouTube community if I can get to 1,000 subscribers, so that's my goal. So if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. So this video in the playlist is really just me spinning with various types of wool on the Suzie. Before I get started on that, I want to take you through a couple of things about the Suzie that make it unique. So the Suzie has been in the Majacraft line 30 years, and it's had its revisions over time. This is the latest revision. This is the brand new, what it looks like as they build it today. It is crafted from the Rimu wood, which is the indigenous wood from New Zealand. It has the stem with the two bars here, so that allows you to have alternate heads. One of the things about the Suzie is that it's actually designed to be able to use all of the accessories in the Majacraft line. So in fact, what I learned is that when they come up with new accessories, they actually create them for the Suzie and test them and develop them on the Suzie. The Suzie's decorated with a beautiful engraved design. It's a clematis, so there's a design on the stem, and there's also the clematis on the drive wheel. The drive wheel has 5 grooves, so it allows you to achieve different speeds of spinning and take up. And the whirl that comes with it is called the Suzie whirl, which also has 5 grooves. And the ratios that you can achieve with this combination range from 4.2 to somewhere between 14 and 16. Adding accessories, adding different whirls or a high-speed head would get you to faster speeds so that you can spin lace and whatever, spin at a higher rate if you like. But the standard setup as it comes out of the box is the Suzie pulley with obviously the standard drive wheel. Also with your Suzie standard comes there's 4 black plastic bobbins with beautiful cutouts, nice lightweight. Suzie has a little storage bar here so you can store 2 bobbins here. And it also comes standard with the Delta Flyer. The Delta Flyer is the one with all of the open orifices. It's a very flexible flyer, really easy to use. You can buy additional flyers, and you can also go to the jumbo and the overdrive with the Suzie, but it comes just standard with the standard bobbin and the Delta Flyer. Okay, another cool feature about the Suzie is the flexibility, where you can take the head and actually flip it so that the bobbin is over on the left if you prefer. My preferred method is to have it on the right. And then the other great feature is the ability to shift the head. So you take the stem, loosen this nut here, and you can have the head be far to the left or far to the right, depending on your preference, which is really handy for stuff like long draw spinning. And then also, if you take it to the full extreme, you have the handy carrying handle that you can use when you're transporting your wheel. It's got double treadle, as with all the Majacraft wheels, and it uses a Scotch tension system for the take-up of your fiber onto your bobbin. So I think that covers everything. One other thing I want to mention, this is the biggest question I get from people is, what is the difference between the Suzie and the Suzie Professional? And the Suzie Professional at one time had a drive wheel that was about 25% heavier than the Suzie. That's no longer the case. In fact, now when they manufacture them, both wheels use the same base drive wheel, which is an MDF material. The Suzie has a Remu laminate, and the Suzie Professional just has a they paint over the MDF. And so the drive wheel is exactly the same on both wheels. So I know there's a lot of people that think the Suzie Pro's got a little bit more beefiness to it, but that in fact is no longer the case. The biggest difference now is the aesthetics, where with the Suzie Pro you can get the drive wheel and your whorl painted. The standard is green, and if you want to get custom colors, they will work with you on the Suzie Professional to get, you know, whatever color that you like. The other difference is the Suzie Professional comes with 2 additional components. That comes with the fast whorl, and it comes with the E-flyer as well. So there's 2 additional items that come with the Suzie Professional, and that's the difference. The Suzie is in my shop right now for $1,180 plus freight. So I don't include freight in my pricing because I feel like people that live close to me will end up paying more than it's fair for them, and people that are further away are paying less than what's fair. So I do offer discounted shipping rates, and the price that I offer the wheels at is the recommended retail price. So I don't do any games with the shipping prices and stuff. All right, I think that was everything that I wanted to share with you. So now I think I'm just going to start spinning. And the first thing I'm going to spin with is this beautiful comb top. This is comb top that I received from a friend of mine. It's actually Cormo. And it's a beautiful commercial prep. And so I'm going to start spinning with that first. It's a very quiet wheel. I mean, all I can really hear right now is the plastic bobbin as it sort of resists the flyer shaft as it's turning on the shaft. Very quiet and lovely. The next thing I'm going to spin is some of this roving. So this is roving that came from a prep that I had done quite a while ago, and it was essentially I just took all of my fawn rams and made this roving, and there was so much of it. I actually offer this now. Whenever someone orders a wheel from me, I'll put, you know, a couple ounces of this in the order. And it's a nice prep for starting out, just to break the wheel in. And I love to use it to play around with long draw. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tilt my wheel a little bit. So one of the things about the Delta is it's not really super designed for any type of spinning other than directly into the Delta orifice. So it's gonna, yeah, that's not gonna work. So if you want to spin that way, you're probably gonna need to purchase an additional flyer. I would recommend the E-flyer because it's got a nice ceramic lined orifice, because I've had issues in the past with the standard flyer, the standard fine flyer with just a metal orifice wearing a groove. I mean, I think that's the nice thing about the Suzie is it's got a limited amount of parts that come with it, a really, reasonable price relatively in the lineup. And then you can kind of adorn it however you like based on the things that you like to do. So I guess what I would just say is I feel like, honestly, if I were to do it over again, my first wheel I ever bought was a Majacraft Rose. But if I were a beginner right now and we're gonna try and wanted to get a wheel that had the full capability, this is the wheel that I would buy. And then I would accessorize it. For me, I would probably just get the e-spinner, and then I would go with the stylus kit next because I think that's cool. But the next video I'm gonna make of the Suzie is gonna be playing around with all the accessories that work with the Suzie, which is gonna be really fun because it's all of them. So we're gonna try the overdrive head and the high-speed head. So that'll be the next video, but hopefully you enjoyed this, watching me just enjoying the Suzie just as the base model. It's a beautiful wheel and I'm really happy with it.